Hey everybody, this is That German Guy, Josh Ronquist, and I'm here with Rob from Cannibal Corpse, who's going to be playing here tonight at the Rave in Milwaukee for Summer Slaughter. How's it going?
Awesome, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm finally glad I'm able to see you guys. This is actually my first time being able to see you guys, so it's really cool to be able to see it for a headlining set.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear about a lot of first-time Cannibal Corpse show goers. It's good to know that we're getting people to come to our shows all the time.
Oh, very much so. And it's a really diverse bill this time around on Summer Slaughter. How are you liking the other bands that are playing with you?
Oh yeah, I like Exhumed and Goat Whore a lot because they're a lot like our style, death metal. And like all the other bands are really kind of crazy style, progressive metal, which I'm not particularly crazy about, but they're all nice guys. We all get along and shit, you know. I'm sure they don't listen to us. They listen to other shit too, so it's all good.
Yeah. I guess, and speaking of that, what do you think of like the current trend of death metal that's going on right now?
I don't really know what trend is going on. I don't really pay attention. We just do what we do, and we don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing, really.
That's actually the kind of answer I was hoping for. 'Cause I know some people really care about that,
plain and simple.
I love hearing the bands that just want to go out and play what they want to play.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're aware of what's going around all the newer bands and stuff, but yeah, it doesn't affect what we're doing.
Ah, cool. So you are currently headlining for Summer Slaughter, and I am assuming it's off of the last album. How are the fans receiving it so far?
The Torture album, yeah, it's doing great. Everybody loves it. We went back to some more graphic artwork, which a lot of our fans that liked older album artwork, they're digging it a little more again, because the last two albums before Torture was kind of, not as gory, which is something that our fans kind of expect from us. So yeah, we went back to the older style, and it's cool.
Yeah, I was digging the album cover a lot too for Torture. Although, since I am kind of a newer fan of Cannibal Corpse, Kill is probably my favorite right now, but Torture's been getting a lot of play this year for me.
That's great. That's awesome that you're getting into it.
Oh, very much so, yeah. So, has there been any stylistic differences from the last albums compared to Torture that you've noticed, or does it just seem like Cannibal Corpse to you?
Yeah, it's just a progression of where we're trying to get at now with this lineup. This is our third album now with this lineup, and we're just developing the chemistry, like just working together, writing songs, and it's just progressing.
Oh, that's very cool. In the studio, was there any differences at all? Like, I know in the past, I remember hearing about like 33 days in the studio, or something like that to record an album. Was there anything different this time around?
Well, if you're talking about like the early days,
yeah,
like when we were recording albums, yeah, we would have like maybe just a week to record and mix, depending on the budget. And nowadays we're to a point where we want to have a good month and a half, 2 months to be able to take our time and make sure that it's, the best that we can make it. Back then we didn't really have a lot of money to play with, so we would just have to get in there and be as quick as possible. But now we're working on it until we know that it's as good as we could get it, so that's a cool thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to go about it. Is there any songs that you like playing now that you maybe haven't before, or any new songs off the new album that you really like playing live?
Well, yeah, all the new ones are fun because they're fresh. They're the newest ones, so we haven't been playing them that long. And we're playing half of the album when we do a headliner, not on Summer Slaughter because we're doing 60 minutes. Mm-hmm. But when we do our own headlining tour, we'll play 80 minutes. So then we could cover all the albums, one song from each album, and then like half of the new album. So yeah, it's fun to play new stuff.
Yeah, it definitely is. Also, tomorrow you're going to be playing in Somerset, Wisconsin for Knotfest, which I'm actually going to be there as well. How did you get onto the bill for that?
I don't really know the story behind it. I just think that they wanted us to be on that bill, so we're doing it. That's about it.
Well, I'm actually glad to see it because I actually get to see you guys twice in a weekend, which is pretty cool. So, what did you have planned after the Summer Slaughter tour?
Fly home from Anaheim, which is the last show coming up on the 25th, and then go home and relax.
So is that the plan for the rest of the year then? Or do you have anything lined up?
No, that's just for, we're off for September, and then we're going to go back out in October until the end of the year, pretty much.
Oh, cool. Did you have any new riffs or anything lined up for a new album, even though Torture just came out?
Say it again?
Did you have any new riffs or songs or ideas or anything for the next coming album, even though Torture just came out?
I got probably almost half a song that didn't get completed from Torture, but it never got recorded. It's not a complete song, just a couple of riff ideas, so I have that to finish when I get home. And I have a lot of old ideas that I could bring out and work on too, so we'll see what happens. I might just come up with some new stuff.
Ah, cool. So is there anything else you'd like to say to anybody watching or anyone listening to this right now?
Yeah, well, thanks for showing your support. We appreciate it, and we'll see you at one of the shows if you come out.
Ah, very cool. Once again, this is Rob from Cannibal Corpse. This is that drummer guy, Josh Runquist. Thank you.
Hey, this is Rob Barrett from Cannibal Corpse, and you're listening to That Drummer Guy.